Hi. Hi guys.
Hi. The event is starting, so
It's just starting. Are we
would I
live?
double check that?
Yay! Yes, I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome to our first live Emma stream. This is DAO.Casino team. Can you hear us quite good?
Yeah, actually we are live at the moment. Hello everyone.
Hello. Yes, so let's get started. Little introductions. Today we are going to tell you about the results of the 2018, the plans for the next year, and answer some of your questions. Yeah, please turn that off.
Yeah.
Yes, so here we are. Accidentally, our Simeon Dmitry Belanin is absent, and he will be replaced by Maxim Tesla. He is the head of digital experience for DAO.Casino team. This is Mikhail Znopkin. You already know him. He is a chief technical officer, and me myself, my name is Stanislava Barisheva, and I'm head of the community to DAO.Casino. So let's get started. And this AMA will be divided in 3 parts. The first part will we will tell you about the 2018, what we did, what improvements we made, and all the results that we want to sum up. This second part, we will share the plans for the next year and answer the most common questions on the future plans. And the third part will be dedicated to answering your questions that we were gathering for past couple days and that you can still send us via the chat, like on the right side down below. You can use this chat and type your questions. We will try to answer them as best as we can. So let's get started. So 2018, it was a pretty rough year for the all blockchain and crypto community. We experienced ups and downs, so we're really glad that this year is getting towards to its end, and we want to share the results that we think are significant for the future of this project and for the future of this ecosystem, for this decentralized gambling, and for us as a team, as a project. So I think we will start with the technical improvements that we made through this year, and Mikhail will help me here. Yeah, so,
Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
First of all, about technical improvements of the past year, we have introduced the SDK for game developers. First we introduced the version in September, and after it we introduced the second version of the SDK, which was refactored after the first experience of using it in the end of October, and we used it on the hackathon that we conducted at Malta in the end of October. So there were large changes.
How much developers did participate in this Minsk hackathon? Do you remember?
In Minsk hackathon, maybe about 30
Yeah, that's a lot.
How many teams it was?
teams. There were 4 teams that were using our SDK. This hackathon was not only about DAO.Casino. Teams there were using some other blockchain technologies too.
Oh, okay.
So it was a common hackathon, not DAO.Casino dedicated hackathon.
Yeah, we did have one hackathon that was totally dedicated to the DAO.Casino protocol. It was the hackathon during Malta Blockchain Summit, and to sum it all up, yes?
No. The hackathon during Malta Blockchain Summit was dedicated. It was also not dedicated only to DAO.Casino. There were
My
also
bad, sorry.
several teams that were using our SDK for game development, and there were some interesting solutions using at the same time our technology and the voice recognition technology and things like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's a
talking
pretty
about
great event.
other things that had changed this year, past year, we have significantly changed our life cycle, our development life cycle. We now are using Gitflow, completely lit version of Gitflow. We are refactored some of our libraries, some of our core libraries using TypeScript. Previously it was made using JavaScript, pure JavaScript, and we understood that we can make it better, more refactorable, more supportable, and more convenient for game developers to use if we make it using TypeScript. So, what else?
That's a lot. That's a lot, in fact.
Okay.
Thank you. So we want to move here to our marketing efforts and our marketing results for this year. We had a lot of events, we had a lot of marketing decisions that we want to tell you about. To sum it up, you can also read about our progress in our blog. I will link the link in the chat so you can look it through. It's pretty beautiful. We improved it this year, so yeah, you can check this out. And Maxim will tell us more about that, about our paper that we made recently, about the redesigning of the site, about the new websites, and all the other stuff. Please.
Yeah, actually the year started from rethinking the design and the brand identity of DAO.Casino. We have conducted an immense redesign process, and we made a lot of work to make it look modern, slick, and there was a blog post actually mentioning all of the process we've done. Then after the redesign process of our identity, we actually completely remade our website, and the website is...
Yeah, it's completely new right now.
It's completely new, and actually all industry participants, from athletes to bankrollers, game developers, and casino operators, can find all the information regarding how the protocol may improve their processes. And we have also drawn the schematic diagrams, and these diagrams show all the flow and the automatic revenue distribution process. And actually another big step was making research. It was a research regarding state channels. It was reviewed by an MIT PhD in computer science, Mark Reynolds. Actually, we have released a lot of media posts regarding this stuff, and we also have a blog post. It was a research conducted by our partners company called Blockproof Technologies. And what is actually game channels? Game channels is state channels combined with a built-in PRNG for gambling needs, and that's the way we call it gambling 3.0. And what is gambling 3.0? Actually, the term gambling 3.0 is about a market and about the industry of online gambling, but a new one regulated by technology.
Yeah, can you tell us, our audience and community, how these paper and state channels will help in developing the whole ecosystem, and what problems does it solve?
Yes, actually you can clarify more information about what Signidice is and about what is game channels, but in general terms.
The Signidice algorithm is is an algorithm that implements the random number generator, which is based on the seed that is provided by the gamer, and the opposite side using its private key signs that seed, and it's just the simple explanation of this protocol. So in fact the protocol is described in 20 pages as far as I remember, our paper. Yeah. So it's quite complicated, and the main purpose of this paper is that this protocol is now described, and it can be used not only in just casinos, or I don't know, but in all areas where random is needed. So that's the main, I don't even know. There's a lot of places. For example,
so
the blockchains itself needs in some protocols, in some consensus protocols needs random and so on.
So it's a pretty huge paper, and I think it's available now for free for everyone who wants to profit from it, for everyone who wants to know something. Please share it. We shared it, and we want the whole open source community to use it. So yeah.
Yeah, here's the link in chat. You can actually take a look at the article regarding all of the process, and you can also find a review by Mark Rails.
Okay. Yes. So let's move forward. Yeah. We told you about paper, about the redesign and the new website. The significant part of this year in marketing terms were different events that we've participated in. There were actually a lot of them, and most of them included hackathons. So you can check our site to look through all the materials. We're always posting, how do you call it, like a review of the event. Yeah, so you can check. There are a lot of it. We've participated in Sigma. It was the latest event we've been to.
Yeah, actually Sigma was the crucial one and the top event of the year for us, because there we met with industry leaders. There was our stand, and actually hundreds of iGaming industry people walked through our stand, took a look at the prototype of our platform, and we've got actually the important feedback about the product we are doing.
Yeah, we also showcased a couple games. What we were showing exactly?
We have a couple games, Dice game and Find the Ethereum game.
Yeah, and we
Already
also showcased the backend of the platform. We were testing it with the live audiences to improve our user experience, and that I think went pretty well. You guys were there, and we were receiving great feedback from the whole community, and I will highlight that it's a very important event. We've been asked a lot about it. Why are we attending this one in particular? There were, I think, more than 12,000 people this year, maybe even more. All the top affiliates, all the top casino operators, well, like creme de la creme.
More than 12,000 participants there.
Yeah, so we couldn't miss this one, and this was the first time we've been to such a significant event in the gaming industry, and I think one of the most important things that we achieved there was that we promoted our product very well among the participants of the industry, and showed them more opportunities for their businesses. So we were showing them other way, and we actually made a couple agreements and collected several potential clients, so to say, and potential users of our future ecosystem.
Yeah, like actually there are lots of athletes, game developers and casino operators who joined our waiting list on Sigma, and on Sigma we actually launched a promo campaign while we made more than 100 of unique chips with unique codes, and all of the interested parties actually went to our landing page and activated all of this. We got them on the mailing list, and Sigma showed us, and we confirmed that people really know what DAO.Casino is, that they know our brand, and it's really a great experience to us.
Yeah, we also had a couple appearances. Our CMO Dmitry Belanin was giving a couple of interviews, and he was doing.
Yeah, he was also participating in a panel discussion during Sigma, telling about marketing and gambling.
He was doing the panel discussion as well. So yeah, you can read more about that on the blog. I've linked the link to it. Sigma review. You can read more. Watch some photos. Yeah, take a closer look.
Yeah, but we have actually forgotten to say that on summer we have also conducted a beta test of the first version of our lottery within the community. We have collected more than 100 applications, and more than 50 participants tested the lottery at was a great feedback for us because we have collected a lot of feedback and planned our backlog for the lottery for several months further.
Yeah, and right now the sandbox is still live. We launched it on the November. Yes, am I correct? On the November, and we have 15 teams that are joined and now working on their decision using our SDK. So it's kind of like a hackathon, but stretched in time.
It's
and
like
totally
like an online hackathon.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
actually,
online hackathon.
A sandbox is a way for developers to get more familiar with the protocol, with our SDK, and start creating games. Also, special thanks to Florin Gusa, who's actually watching us. He helped us to make tutorial videos for Windows users to install the SDK, to start the DC CLI, and all of the and how to stop all of this technical jazz. And thank you, Florin.
Yeah, we know you see us, and we're actually going to reveal a new video really soon. This week. Yeah, this week. With in partnership with the Florin. Yeah, so as we released our SDK, I think we have more than 100 developers at least that were actively participating, giving their feedback. Because I need to state,
we have received lots of applications, and actually developers split it to teams, and there are actually lots of teams actually participating in Sandbox. We cannot disclose the exact amount of this, but we have prolonged the Sandbox for more than a month, and later we'll keep you updated.
From the participants because due to the festive seasons, they were we didn't want to rush it, so we decided to prolong it to give more time to get a better understanding and to have more time. Why we're talking about the SDK so much? I think we need to state that because we received a couple questions from the community on the SDK. What is this? Why are you talking about it so much? Why are you promoting it so actively? Well, basically, this is one of the most significant parts of our future ecosystem, because this is actually the part where you can create games or using our decision, using our protocol. So, Mikhail, please tell more about it.
So our platform is aimed, so the main reason for this platform is to create the ecosystem for the operators, for the game developers, for the gamers. We are not just the casino ourselves.
Yeah,
we are just creating some software for
like
others
actually from the point of marketing, on the market there is no ability for individual developers or little game developer companies to create games and get rewarded by providing these games to operators, because there are a lot of huge companies like Microgaming, NetEnt, and several others, but there is no way to an individual developer to actually develop a game and start earning money, and that's where the DAO.Casino protocol comes in.
So to say, we democratize this market. We give everyone the ability to create a game.
You can easily upload it. Like you can just download the SDK, make your game, and upload it straight away.
And as a developer, you don't need to just investigate things like to be aware of things like payments, like blockchain, and so on. You are just developing the game. You are just connecting it with our SDK and taking the random from there. And at the same time, you have the fair gambling in your game, and you can upload it to the platform, and that's it.
So actually there are two main concerns regarding developers. The first one is to create a random number generator which will be licensed by a regulating authority to be fair and to be fairly random. And the second point is marketing. Like, we deal with all of these two concerns. Like, the first one, we are creating our own pseudo-random generator, which later will be licensed by a regulating authority, and the developers won't need to create their own random number generator and spend time on actually negotiating with the compliance and spend money on this. Like, they can use our solutions and create their games on this. And the second point is marketing. Like, actually, when you are a game developer, you think like, I don't want to do marketing, I just want to make good games. And here, where DAO.Casino protocol also comes in, because affiliates are linked in and are in the heart of our platform and our protocol. And when your games as a developers will be listed on actually casinos working our platform, affiliates will drive traffic to your games and developers will be automatically and instantly rewarded.
Yeah, so that's the reason why it's a super significant news, and we're happy that we're receiving so much positive feedback. And watch closely for the sandbox. The results will be ready next year when it is done. We extended it to the 31st of January, so we'll keep you updated on that.
Actually, in chat there are some questions from our community members from Korea, and I'd like to tell that all of the questions will be answered after the main part. Like, later we'll move this. We won't miss any single question.
Yeah, of course, we will answer that. Thank you. And moving forward for our future plans. The next year is so close and we're getting a lot of questions. We got like 50% of all the questions were dedicated to the future plans, and we will answer the most popular ones. So one of the most popular questions is a roadmap for the 2019. So regarding that, we're developing it right now, and the stated roadmap will be ready the next year. I mean, like after the New Year's Eve.
Like, actually, we'll separately announce all of this. We'll make some kind of graphic visual stuff regarding the roadmap, and you'll see the way we have to move on.
Yeah. The next most popular question is the exchanges question. We receive that a lot, and we want to answer that as clear as possible. So first part is dedicated to the exchanges. We'll go to another one, the bigger one, and when. And the other part is dedicated to the token price, where we're going to deal with that. So the first part, exchanges. First of all, let me remind you that BAT token is a utility token. It is linked to the supply and the circulation. So basically the circulation and the usage of the actual system where this token is circulating is creating the liquidity and the volume itself. So right now, as the ecosystem is in development, we understand that going to another bigger major exchange is actually, how I will put it, it's not the task of the priority, because now we are focused on the product development itself, and that's the main part of our work, and the whole team is working on that specifically.
Yeah, like product first, the volume comes with the demand, and when we'll actually finish the product and launch casinos and actually attract all of the waiting list partners to start using our software, the demand will come and actually the liquidity will come. So the product first, and then all the rest.
Yeah. And the second part about the price, yeah, I think the first one is answering to that. So
actually, price comes with volume, and the volume comes with the demand, and more casinos running our platform and our protocol, so more game developers developing games, and then more BAT tokens are being used, and that's the case.
Yeah, so the next, the most popular, after exchanges, the next popular question is about the product. When do we release it? So, Mikhail, Please
Yeah,
enlighten
Okay,
us.
so
here's actually a question in chat from a person named Iverson X, like, hello DAO.Casino. My first question is, at what stage the protocol will be fully usable as planned, short term or middle term, and additional, and what the big next release of your protocol? Like, it may be linked to this question
Yeah,
also.
that's that's what
I suppose that's the same question.
Yeah, that's the
So,
same.
so now we have some experience of using our protocol and our platform and running games that were developed, and that's why now I understand that we have to make some changes in user experience of the platform, and we have plans to do that next year, and we have plans to actually go mainnet, so actually create the software that will be as good in user experience as the software that is on the existing casino platforms, as convenient for users as at existing casino platforms. And with that software we can start the project, we can start a platform with some of our partners, I suppose. Anyway, I'm the technical guy. I'm not talking about just partnership, but about the product.
Yeah, like actually the main concern is to be
when,
ensured.
I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like to be ensured that the product is of the highest quality and it stands in the line with all other products on the online gambling market and all of competitors which are doing similar stuff or not similar stuff. Like, it have to be of the highest quality in our opinion.
Okay, so now we are creating our roadmap for the next year, and we have, you'll maybe know or maybe not, that estimates in software development is quite a tricky thing. So, but anyway, we have some of them. We're supposed to issue some kind of a showcase in the first quarter of 2019, and we
like test games.
Like test games, like we are going to change the user experience of the existing platform so that users who are not aware of blockchain at all will be able to play on it. First on test network, and after it we're planning to go mainnet. Our plans now is about the third quarter of 2019.
Yeah, and probably in future there might be an option to make a beta test, a public beta test within the community, and collect all of the valuable feedback.
Yeah, so that's one of our plans for the nearest future. And what about the wallet?
The wallet. So we are just. I was talking about the user experience.
Yeah.
And this is kind of wallet. It's the software that provides the user the ability to manage his assets. For our casino, there's BAT and Ethereum for the gas. So to manage his assets, and we are going to create such a solution that will be convenient for them.
So when we're showcasing at Sigma, we received that's what we were actually testing. We showcased the backend for like a demo version of a backend for affiliates, game developers.
Actually not a backend, casino platform, like a back office.
Yeah, back office. I'm sorry. Yeah. And we understood that we need to make major improvements in this area, and that's why we're creating a wallet next year to make the user experience better, because most people now and most products are aiming to be easier in use for users.
Like it should be a seamless experience for end players to actually deposit monies and play for this, because dealing with all of these open and private keys is a hard stuff for everyone, and we'd like this to fill all of the market needs and be of the best user experience to players.
Yeah, that's summing it
up. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mikhail. And I think that's the most popular questions about the next years. We are also going to do a lot of stuff, and I think more of that will be available for the public audience when we announce the roadmap. So, like in general, we stated the progress for the next year. The most popular questions and the most popular things are, of course, the platform release and exchanges. And yeah, we will release it like in the January, I suppose, roadmap for the January, I think.
Like it's better to ask.
We will release
Michael.
it in the beginning of the next year.
Yeah, the
that's
first
more
quarter.
correct. First quarter. And moving to the questions, we received a lot of questions in the type form. Thank you guys for that. And now we're going to answer the most popular and those that reflect the progress of the company the most. Maybe we can start with the questions from the community.
Yeah, I think we can start with a question by X Iverson X. He thanked us for the prompt reply, and he's asking us like, is there also a showcase planned to see the protocol work in parallel to the game, and something like a presentation for non-developer to understand the work behind? That was the first part of the question. Regarding the presentation for a non-developer to understand the work behind, I think you can actually take a look at our website. You can go to the main page, and there will be a diagram I talked about earlier to see a visual interaction of all parties, and you can go to the developer section of the website and read all of the necessary information. And the second part of the question is...
And one moment, Maxim, we also, before that presentation, we can also send you a couple links. We have this series of the information about our ecosystem. It's called Inside DAO.Casino ecosystem. We already have 3 parts. So I will link everything to you, and you can read and ask questions anytime.
Yeah, it's written in layman terms, like you can take a look about the on-chain part, how our interaction with blockchain is built, about the off-chain part, the signetized game channels, state channels, and the random number generator.
Yeah,
and
we also have a pretty good explanatory video, but it's quite old. But we have an explanatory video on the YouTube. You can check this also.
Yeah, and actually the second part of the question is, will there also be an improvement of the Bankroller app user interface? Michael.
Bankroller up. So Bankroller is the server side of our protocol, and it doesn't have user interface for now.
Actually, I know what he's talking about, because before there was a video by one of our developers actually using Electron UI to wrap this Bankroller.
So we have interface for administrating those Bankrollers for now, but this is not just for users. Is administration interface, so where the platform owners can administrate their Bankrollers, see what games are playing now and what's going on.
Yeah, like it's way to control this. And on Sigma we have actually introduced a back office platform, and there was also a part for Bankrollers, and probably in future Bankroller will be a web service, and it will be available online.
No, you're not quite right. Sorry, Bankroller is not quite a web service. It's a service for now. So it is run on server. So you can say that it is a web service, but there will be some ambiguity in that, because web service is some kind of it's a different technology.
Yeah.
In fact, our Bankrollers use peer-to-peer protocol for communication, and it's not HTTP, not WebSockets. It's peer-to-peer based on libp2p library. It works as a server, and it works with the game at first, and the second part is it's working with it's communicating with administrative interface. But administrative interface is not for the gamers, as I suppose it's
but,
clear.
but for people who wish to bankroll the games.
Yeah, it's for people who wish to bankroll the games and for casino operators.
Yeah.
So for the platform operators.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question. We received this question from the type form that we shared beforehand, the Emma, and here it is. Will you be plugging in some casino operators? Do you have any agreements on that? We actually had a couple questions like this, asking, are you planning to integrate with some other casino operators or existing fiat casinos that are on market right now? And yes, we're going to do this. As we told you, we have a wait list of significant number of the interested parties that are really want to join the platform, as it will be live, up and running on the mainnet.
Yeah, and actually in this list there are not also companies and people who wish to operate their casinos, but also game developers, game development studios and companies, and individual affiliates and affiliate marketing companies, gambling affiliate ones.
Yeah, so all the industry participants, as we said. We had an interesting question about the technologies that are lying behind the ecosystem and the DAO.Casino. Please tell the community about the exact
There's a
technologies.
lot of technologies besides that. First of all, it's blockchain technology. It's our state channels. From the other point of view, maybe it's interesting to know for the community which technologies, which languages we use. We use, first of all, is JavaScript. We use TypeScript. For the last year we started to use it. We use Solidity to create smart contracts, and a lot of other technologies. As I've told before, we're using JIT and JIT-Flow for our just work process. We have some CI/CD system based on GitLab. We are using Selenium tests to test our games and visual interface, and test. I suppose there's some technologies there that I forgot. Anyway,
I sent you a link to Sandbox project, and on the Sandbox webpage you can actually take a look at the stack of technologies needed for developers to develop games. You can actually see here JavaScript, HTML.
so the stack of technologies for the gamers is less than we use inside, of course, because
it's much more complicated.
Yeah.
The game developers just need to know only JavaScript, and we provide quite simple interface to our SDK and some quite simple interaction with the game.
Okay, thank you. Another question is regarding to the types of games that will be available. What types of games will be available in the future on your platform?
So now our Signitize algorithm is based on our Signitize algorithm. You can implement one-step games. So these are the games that have one step. After it, the result should be possible to calculate the result.
And the game is being played between two parties. The first party
and
is
the
a
game
player.
and the game should be played between two parties. First party is a player. The second party is a casino. These are games like dice or slots or
shells and
baccarat, and there's a lot of card games that have single step. So that's for now, and of course in the future we are planning to extend our protocol. I won't tell you any kind of roadmap for that at the moment, but anyway, we have plans to extend our protocols for multiplayer and for multiplayer.
Actually,
probably
we are researching this.
We are researching that, and probably for multipliers type games.
Thank you.
Like poker and stuff like that.
Like poker.
Yeah, another question about licensing, and are we going to have one are we going to receive one? And well, technically, what we are creating is an ecosystem. It's in a platform where we're creating certain rules that are basically, how do you put it? You told me that before, that we actually kind of, it's a complicated question about licensing, because the system that we are creating,
what we are creating is something new. It's something new to the market, and it's something new to regulators. And it's all about the negotiation process.
Yeah.
Actually, we're negotiating with several regulating authorities from different countries of Europe about all of this, and it's really a complicated process with all of legal issues coming from this.
Yeah, because right now there is actually no available licensing to receive for such a product. So basically, we're really negotiating, trying to change that. We're trying to move all the gambling industry further.
Like, it would be easier if we just developed a blockchain-based casino, but we are a software developer, and it's all about software. It's all about the random number generator. It's all about the technology lying behind, and all of this technology shall comply all the industry standards, and all of these industry standards actually differ from country to country, from institution to institution, and we are in process of negotiating with several authorities, and we'll of course keep you updated on the progress, and we'll separately announce all of this stuff.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have another question from the
X
chat.
Iverson X, like, where do you see standing in the next couple years? What are the niches you want to fill? Are you aiming existing big operators, or more a protocol for upcoming decentralized gaming operators?
Well,
Standing
yes,
in the next couple of years, I think the main concern is to develop a product. Like, actually, we are competing in the market of gambling platform providers, like for companies who are working in a business-to-business segment, creating software for casino operators. But it's kind of complicated, because I'd like to say that we are creating something new to market. By more than this, that we are creating an entire new market and building it from scratch by ourselves, calling it Gambling 3.0. And what is Gambling 3.0? From the evolutional part, the Gambling 1.0, it's like an offline slot machine standing at the JFK airport in New York or Las Vegas. Gambling 2.0 is an online gambling, like, which may be fair and which is regulated by an authority, a regulating authority. But
well,
there may be some leaks, there may be some hacks or explosions to this.
well, I think regarding the
And what is
next
Gambling
couple of years-
3.0? Yeah,
sorry.
let me tell about what
Yeah,
is
of course.
Gambling 3.0. Gambling 3.0 is actually a new gambling market. Is a market regulated by technology. And what is DAO.Casino for this market? DAO.Casino is a strict set of rules combined with smart contracts describing of how the gambling industry should work, how parties should interact between each other, and how shall revenue be distributed within all participants of our ecosystem. Like, I think it will. I think it's lucid and detailed answer to your question. Thank you, Iverson.
Well, I add to that that in the next couple years, well, we are focused on what is expected of us. We understand that there will be more niches that maybe will be created in the next few years, but what we want to do is to focus on the extending of the idea that was stated with our products. Yes, so 2 years.
It's like making a new market, like making a new market.
Couple new years, it's very close. I think couple years, it's like 2, 3, or 4 years. So basically, we are going to deliver what we are expected
Definitely
to do. Yeah.
deliver a product, run on a main net, and get the license for 2 years. I think It's a good thing to go. And actually, we're not going to compete anyone in general terms. Like we're not competing in any market. We're creating a whole new market, and that's the mission and vision of DAO.Casino.
Thank you, Max. And the next question, we received it beforehand. It's known fact that Ethereum network is experiencing some problems with the low transactions and everything else. What we're trying to do with that? What are
actually? I'm waiting for Constantinople, sharding plasma,
yeah.
and all of this stuff.
We're not just waiting, because we cannot say when Constantinople or sharding or Casper will go live.
Yeah, but we have developed our off-chain solution.
Yes, we have our own off-chain solution, which increases the speed of interaction between gamers and
it ensures the basic scalability, like
probably 10 times or maybe more. It depends on how many rounds of the game will be in average for gamer.
Like all of this game is being conducted off-chain in the channel, and there are two states
only open the channel and close the channel in the beginning of the game. So we are looking for different opportunities to increase the speed of the games. One of them, for example, is generalized state channels, where the channel is opened not for the game, but just in the beginning of coming to the platform, and sometime later. We are looking to some technologies like counterfactual. We of course are hoping that there will be some improvements in the speed of Ethereum protocol. So we are looking for all possible options to improve that at the time.
Yeah, because
it's significant to say that we are now in a state of research on several variants about it.
Yeah, because we understand that we need to satisfy the business problem, the business goal that is created in the whole gambling industry. So yes, we understand that there will be some issues to solve, and we're looking super closely, and we're currently finding the solution, and that's what will make us competitive in a way.
Actually, all this works comes internal and external. We are constantly improving our products, our internal architecture, our software, our way to develop this. And from the opposite side, we're looking for external possibilities, for external opportunities to try to make it better for users, to make the user experience seamless, make it safer, faster, and probably fair by default.
Yeah, so that's
that's why we use state channels. We have made our own versions of state channels, like game channels with a built-in PRNG. Because imagine, like, you spin the slot machine, you roll the dice, and all of this is being written to a blockchain. Like, you have to wait for a block to mine for lots of time.
That's not the only problem. You have to wait for the block to become final.
Actually, and it will be expensive. It will be expensive because of the gas fees needed for that. But with game channels, actually, there are only two parts of transactions: the opening channel part, the closure channel part. And Michael, can you tell more about the dispute resolution process? Because we have told about
dispute resolution process is quite similar to closing the channel, but it appears if two sides are the bankroller for now and the gamer, on two sides the results of the game are different for some reason. That means that they have different variants of the game function, which calculates the profit and the result of the game. And if this happens, that means that someone is just not quite fair. And then the opposite side can call the dispute, and the smart contract will smart contract is already deployed
Yeah,
on
like
the
regarding the-
blockchain,
regarding
it
the
can be
security-
changed. So the smart contract will calculate the fair profit of this round of the game.
Well, regarding the security analysis conducted by Mark Reynolds from MIT, it's currently unavailable to cheat the system, and when something is going to hack the protocol and hack the game channel, the closure state of the channel is being launching the dispute resolution process, and all of these monies won't be issued for the malicious part of the channel.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, guys. And the last question I think that we have prepared ahead. We were asked about the sandbox and how are we going to promote sandbox games, and the answer is that we will publish those games on the platform, and the game developers will get in a hard payment in the presence. Yeah, so we're marketing and pushing them better than I can say better, but we're creating a specific terms for the sandbox developers, and
Actually,
support,
we'll help.
like
We'll
individual
support.
support. Yeah.
We'll support all of the game creation process. We'll guide our developers through all of the sandbox steps, and then the best games will be curated by us and added to the upcoming platform. We'll help them with marketing. We'll help them with the PR. We'll help the best developers of the sandbox to earn money, and to do it in a slick and easy way with their games, with their talent, because we actually love developers, and DAO.Casino is a lot about development, and we're trying to make the best products for them.
Thank you, Maxim. And yeah, we linked you the sandbox part of our website. We linked you a couple news about the sandbox. So we will wait until January to see the final results. So I think that concludes it. That's all. We have no more questions left. If you guys have any more questions, we will hang on for like a couple minutes for you to send them to us. And yeah, I think it went pretty great.
Okay.
Let's maybe like hang out for a couple minutes because we have like a delay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I will type them just down. Through our pre-recorded questions, maybe we will pick one and answer one more because we have a couple minutes.
Questions here to cover.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Thank you, X Iverson X, for wishes. It's a pleasure to hear that. Yeah, we had one question from the Korean community. Did you enter that one? Oh yeah, we have a Korean investor asking us, can DAO.Casino projects survive in the cryptographic market? I'm really curious about listing on the stock exchanges from the perspective of an investor. So we answered about the exchanges to you, and you see, the product that we are creating is mostly linked to the business goal of the gambling market,
because gambling market have some pretty serious issues that our ecosystem will solve. So basically, I think that the depressing market and is not the main reason for succeed for DAO.Casino or to fail. I think that the business goal that we're trying to solve, and we see this, we receive a lot of feedback from the market and from the industry participant that this will be very helpful for them. And as we told you, we have a couple wait lists. So I think that market will be a lesser influence than it is expected to be. That's the first one. And the second one, let me state that one more time, that BAT token is supposed to be a utility token. It is a utility token. So it mostly linked to the platform and to the usage. Then it is created to be the part of the ecosystem, and it is not created to be a trader asset. It can be, and it is, but it's mostly a part of the future ecosystem, and that's how you should look on that. That it is a utility token in the first place. So maybe you guys have some thoughts on that?
No, I think that's
Supposed
nice
to explain
explanation
it
of
all.
this.
We are oriented on developing the product, just not speculating on the market.
Yeah. So
Yeah, product first.
yeah, product first, and of course your decision to invest in any kind of asset should be based only on your researchers and the open sources available. So please keep that in mind. We're not promoting anything here, we're just talking about the product we're creating. And yeah, I think we answered that. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. This was our first live experience, and I think it went pretty great. We had a lot of fun, and I think we will conduct a couple more in the next year. That's what I will push.
Yeah, just if you want this, we have to collect 20 likes. We have 17. Just click the like button below this video and
yeah, and subscribe for our channel. We're
Yeah.
going to post some videos very soon. I think first of all, as we said, this will be a Floringusa collaboration. Yeah, so turn on the notification bell and we will post more and keep you updated. Please subscribe to our social media channels. I will link you that as well. And thank you guys. It was really fun to meet you all, and we're wishing you the best the next year, and congratulations to you and your family on the Christmas and the upcoming New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Happy
Happy
New
New Year,
Year.
guys. Bye bye.
bye.
Okay, we need to stop that.